And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
Hello once again. Thank you very much, John Bon Jovial. Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary John Bon Jovial. And welcome aboard for another hour of music, mirth, and merriment, and all kinds of fun things happening today. We've got a couple of great new artists for you. These two this week from the MTS management, from their roster of fine talent, and they'll be coming up in just a few minutes. We'll be talking with them and sharing their new music. But since this is all about the music, first thing we're going to do is play some music from a previous guest and award winner here on the David Bowers Awards. Fitzsimon and Brogan have a brand new song with a very interesting history. I want you to listen to This Is Love.
This is Billy Alexander from the band Why Not, and I'm listening to the David Bowers Awards on Blog Talk Radio. Why? Because all the cool kids are doing it.
All the cool kids. Thank you very much, Billy. We're going to have him back here in the not too far distant future. And when Why Not get some new music out. But you just heard some new music from a previous award winner here on the David Bowers Awards. This is Love. They call themselves Fitzsimon and Brogan, or collectively known as F&B, because it's a lot easier to say. And if it reminds you of something, it just might be Katrina and the Waves' Walking on Sunshine, because that's the song that inspired F&B to write This Is Love. And they told us they were looking for something as uplifting and life-affirming as Walking on Sunshine. And also, It was produced by Pat Collier, who is the same producer who did Walking on Sunshine. Check the lyric video online, and their new album is The Girl Who Shouted at the Heart of the World. That's coming out May 24th, and of course, This Is Love will be on it. Neil Fitzsimon told us that various session players played on the album, including a trumpet player from the Royal College of Music, and the most notable musician was Nick Muir, who played keyboards for Take That. And he also composed a track which was included in the film Trainspotting, which of course now is regarded as something of a classic of British cinema. Nick now owns his own label, by the way, and has carved out his own highly successful career as a producer and DJ. So there you have it. This is Love, Fitzsimon and Brogan, right here on the David Bowers Awards, the show where every show is award winner, which makes each of our guests award winners in their own right. We want to thank and salute one of our original award winners, Kitty Bingo, who provide our theme music for us. And you can check them out online, too, where they have a lot of good old rock and roll. They call themselves Titty Bingo. Remember, it's always time to play Titty Bingo. And it's always time to salute the people that help us make this happen, one of which is Mary Perry, accredited disability representative in Rochester, New York, who underwrites the David Bowers Awards on WRFZ FM 106.3, Rochester Free Radio. We also want to salute the J-Man, DJ Jordan Adler of Mesa, Arizona, who puts out all the hits, commercial-free, of course, plus interviews on his J-Man Radio. You can catch Jammin' with Jordan on the TuneIn Radio app, on Sundays on Blog Talk Radio as well. Check him out, J-Man. That's DJ Jordan of Mesa, Arizona. And we salute him and thank him for all the support he's given us over the years. Our first TDBA award winner this week is a bit more somber than usual. And we normally try not to get the show too dated, but we're going to make an exception here because we lost a legend and an icon in American music and entertainment. She was a singer as well as an actress, an animal welfare activist who began her career as a big band singer way back in 1939. Her first hit recording was Sentimental Journey in 1945 with Les Brown and his band of renown. And after leaving Brown to embark on a solo career, she recorded over 650 songs between 1947 and 1967. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Doris Day, singer, actress, and American icon. You will be missed.
Absolutely.
John Bon Jovi.
Yeah, she was so talented. And ever since I was a little kid, I was a big fan of Doris Day, and I loved the movies that she and Rock Hudson did together. They were just such a good team. The chemistry was there, and to me, all it did was emphasize just how incredibly talented this woman was. So yes, Doris Day, you will be missed. She was 97 years old. She lived a good, long life. It wasn't like we lost her early or anything like that, but still, it's always kind of a shock to the soul to hear that somebody that you've grown up with from the time you were a little kid is no longer with us anymore.
So true, and she was a piece of Americana. I mean, she was as American as it comes, and she will be missed. I think everybody in our age group grew up with a measure of respect for Doris Day. She was just wholesome America. It was. You could take your kids to see her movies, and chances are they'd come home being as big a fan as you were. Yes, Doris Day, you will be missed. We salute you. John Bon Jovial, how are things in jolly old Florida?
Oh, we're jolly. What can I say? It's always summer here in Southwest Florida. Some months just a little bit warmer than the others. The love bugs are out, and for those of you that have never been to Florida in the summertime or late spring to experience the love bug phenomenon, it's kind of indescribable because your car, regardless of what color your car is, after you've driven through them for about an hour or so, your car will turn from whatever color it is to black, and your windshield will be amazingly smeared. And the car washes make so much money this time of year because of the love bug thing, because you have to wash that stuff off right away because the acid from the love bugs will eat into the paint. And so as a result, the paint shops really relish this time of year too. Me, not so much. I hate driving through those damn things.
I was reading, it's been in the news that they are dive bombing people, which they've done in the past, but they're saying they're finding out now that the acid or whatever it is in her body makeup also hurts humans. It'll eat away at your skin.
Oh, it can. It can be very, it can be very irritating, and I don't mean in an emotional sense.
Well, fortunately, I never rode bicycles in Florida, and I did, as a matter of fact, spend a small fortune washing my car when I lived there. Especially in the old days, not so much the last time when I was there.
Are you talking about that old Gremlin that you used to have?
That old 1973 Gremlin. I'll tell you what.
We had a
not
couple
the prettiest car in the world, but
no, it wasn't. But as I recall, we had a couple of rather inebriated evenings in that car.
We had some fun in that car. Yes, we did. And I definitely got my money's worth out of the last car I ever bought for under $2,000. And had that car, well, at the time I disposed of the car, and I sold it in the mid-'80s. I think it was around 84. At that particular time, I had it longer than a couple of my kids. So yeah. I did have it. Have that car.
And for those of you that may not know, David and I worked together in Tampa. We worked together at WQYK AM and FM in the Tampa St. Petersburg market. And then we also worked opposite each other. He was at Q105 and I was at WSUN. And we had a good time together.
We did indeed. We had several good times together, and some of them we might even talk about on the air. I don't know. We're got a good time here today with some great indie music coming up. We have a young lady named Kristin Karma who will be joining us in about 17 minutes or so. And in the meantime, we're going to turn to a gentleman who calls himself Matt Westin, has an interesting story to tell, and some interesting music, too. He's going to rock out with a thing right now called Farm Town. Here's Matt Westin.
Dawn, busting our butts till the work is done. Shine up the boots, we're gonna cut loose and head on down to the smoking moons. Strut our stuff through the swinging door and kick it on the dance floor. And it goes like step, step, turn, shuffle. Bartender, pour us a double. Farm town, it's time to get down when the sun drops low behind the hay bales. In a farm town, you can hear the sound of the country bulls revving up to raise some hell. We're coming from the east, we're coming from the west, rolling across the fields like a thunderstorm. Just an old dirt road where the good times roll. Yeah, that's where we can be found, in a farm town. Oh yeah. You can drive a Cadillac or a John Deere tractor, whatever you're riding, baby, it don't matter. But nothing else gets me pumped up more than a parking lot of 4x4s. I said step, step,